After speaking, he hung up phone. This. Warnya originally wanted to take this opportunity to take the Song family to the next level, but she was completely disappointed when she did not expect it to be empty. Mr. Lai was already a little panicked at this time. He originally wanted to lie to her and leave as soon as possible. He didn't expect that after his own practice, Warnya suddenly became even more unlucky. He felt that in this place shouldn't stay here for long, so he hurriedly said, "Miss Song, the change of feng shui fortune requires a process, so you must calm down. I believe that by tomorrow, everything will disappear. I will leave now." After he finished speaking, he was about to walk outside. Warnya blurted out, "Wait a minute. Mr. Lai, this situation is obviously problematic. Why did I have two such big troubles immediately after you finished the formation? Give me an explanation for everything you say." Just after speaking, Warnya felt a sharp pain in her lower abdomen, which made her sigh, almost unable to stand firm. She barely stood firm by holding on to the TV on the wall, and the colic made her sweat. She wondered, what was wrong? When this has not yet come, how can it happen to her? She hasn't figured it out yet. There was another sharp pain in her lower abdomen. This pain made her legs soft and she could only hold the TV with her hands to keep standing. At this time, the bracket of the TV on the wall suddenly clicked, and the metal bracket broke. Seeing that the 60-inch big TV slammed into her feet in a daze, Charlie hurriedly stepped forward and took her hand, and violently pulled her into his arms. With a loud noise, the TV set fell off and hit the ground heavily. The casing and screen suddenly shattered, and a piece of shattered hard plastic was snapped out, wiping Warnya's slender white calf and flew by. Ah! Warnya felt a sharp pain in her calf, and when she lowered her head, it had already cut a 2 to 3 centimeters long opening, and blood poured out in an instant. Charlie hurriedly took out a tissue from his pocket, squatted down to help her cover the wound, and asked, "Miss, do you have disinfection products such as iodophor at home?" Warnya was a little angry when Charlie touched her calf, just about to have an attack, but when she thought that Charlie had saved her just now, she suppressed the fire. She immediately looked at Lai Boyi and asked with obvious anger, "Mr. Lai, if you don't give me a reasonable explanation today, don't go anywhere." When Orville saw this, he grabbed Master Wade Lai by the neck and asked coldly, "D'Amen, say. What did you do to Our Lady?" Mr. Lai cried and said, "I didn't do anything. I just set up a battle to help her change her fortune." "You don't bluff me." Orville scolded angrily, "You changed her fortune for the worse, right?" After that, Orville gritted his teeth and cursed, "Say, did you collect money from someone and deliberately harm our eldest lady?" Mr. Lai trembled in shock, and blurted out, "Big brother, I didn't. I was not instructed by anyone." Orville grinned and said, "If you don't tell the truth, then I will chop you up and feed to the dog." After that, he immediately said to Warnya, "Miss, hand this be-it starred over to me, I will let him evaporate from the world." Warnya was also very annoyed, and said coldly, "Mr. Lai, if you don't give me an explanation, then I can only order the people to do things." Mr. Lai hurriedly knelt on the ground, crying and said, "Miss, I just lied to you for some money, I really didn't hurt you." Warnya asked with a cold face, "What you did just now was all fooling me." "Yes." Mr. Lai hurriedly took out the check and begged for mercy. "I will refund you the money, please let me go." Warnya stared at him for a while. Seeing that he didn't seem to be lying, she felt even more desperate. What happened? Is her fortune worse? Suddenly, she suffered heavy losses. If this continues, the family business will be ruined in her own hands. At this moment, Charlie, who had not spoken, suddenly said, "Miss, in fact, Mr. Lai did not do nothing." Warnya looked at him and asked, "What does this mean?" Charlie said calmly, "The layout of your room is matched with your own 5 elements to form a large array of trapped dragons on feng shui. The dragon array will lock all your fortune into the formation. The reason there is still a little leeway is because the pot of green plants has left a gate for the dragon array." After speaking, Charlie looked at the so-called Mr. Lai and smiled. Unfortunately, this guy replaced the green plant with a stone. The stone is gold. This time, the gate is sealed. It doesn't matter if you remove it now. Use it, so your fortune will be lost instantly, and it will only get worse and worse. Warnya was suddenly struck by lightning, and hurriedly put away the contempt for him before, bowed and clasped her fists and said pleadingly, "Mr. Charlie, please help." Mr. Lai knew that he had caused a catastrophe when he heard this, and hurriedly said, "Miss Song, I didn't mean it. Mr. Wade, please take that stone away quickly." Charlie shook his head. "It's useless to take it away. The dragon array is closed. It's like throwing a stone into the water. Even if the stone is taken away, the water wave generated by the stone cannot be stopped." Warnya looked at Charlie dumbfounded, and she couldn't help but respect him a little bit, and asked, "Mr. Wade, please help me solve this troubled dragon formation. No matter how much money I have to spend, I will not hesitate."